Hello peeps and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros, and today we're going to be delving into part one of a two-part review of Black Forest Supplements Turkesterone. So like I said, this is going to be the part one. This is after 1 month of usage, so I've got through one of these bottles. This is actually a 60 serving bottle at the 500 milligrams dose, but I've been taking 1 gram a day just for the hell of it, just to see what we can get out of this thing as a bit of an experiment slash review, shall we say. So obviously, instead of lasting me 2 months, it's lasted me 1 month at the gram. So stick with us as we cover the price, the label and the effects. Is it going to be worth your money? And obviously stay tuned for part two, which will be coming in about another month's time. And if you're new here and you find this video useful, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing and ticking the bell icon because we do appreciate it. Okay, so let's move into taste just very quickly. You know, obviously they do come in capsule form, and just to give you a bit of a reference, that's how big the pill is. Very easily doable. In terms of when to take it, like we always say with these kind of things, it doesn't matter too much. Just try and take it at a similar time every day, just for consistency's sake, generally with a meal. So yeah, that's all there's to say on the taste. So you can pick up this Turkesterone from blackforestsupplements.com using our 5% discount code ReviewBros. Every little helps. We'll knock the price of this 60 serving container at 500 milligrams a day down to $32.26, which works out as about 54 cents a day. So actually extremely well priced, especially when, I haven't mentioned this yet, but this company have made some pretty big claims, and it's all over their website as well. They are telling us, and they've actually got a lab certificate to back this up, so they're saying that this is 95% pure Turkesterone. Now bear in mind, generally what you see in the market is 10 to 20% purity at absolute most, so they're saying theirs is 95% pure. But I've spoken to other industry experts, you know, other manufacturers, and they have never heard of a Turkesterone that's 95% pure, so just putting that out there. So I'm a bit skeptical, you know, even though they did send us the lab certificate and all the rest of it, I'm still a bit like, I don't know. So, you know, just take that for what it is. Take it with a pinch of salt. That's the claims they're making. You know, the website has got that all over it. It's got reviews, 5-star reviews all over it, hundreds of people saying about how fantastic it is. So is it actually that fantastic in real life, or is it all a bit sketch? All I can say is, stay tuned and we'll delve into it and try and demystify it as best we can. So I think a lot of you probably know what Turkesterone is by now, but it's part of the ecdysteroid family, and it is a naturally occurring hormone within plants and arthropods, shown in some data to help with performance, recovery, muscle building, strength. Everything a bodybuilder or anyone that goes to the gym would be after, really. So, you know, I've taken ecdysterone, I've taken laxagenin, I've taken epicatogen, I've taken all the other natural muscle builders, but this is my first time actually with Turkesterone. So I was quite excited to get into it to see how I responded to it. So without any further ado, let's move into the real world effects. How did I get on in the 1 month of me using it? And like I said, this is part one of a 2-part review. Right, let's get into the juicy part. So, my real world experience taking 1 gram a day Turkesterone for 1 month. And it's worth mentioning that I didn't change anything else, I simply just added this product, i.e. training and diet stayed exactly the same. No changes there, just to make sure there was no other variables. I wanted to be very clear that this was responsible for making any changes. It's also worth noting that I'm a lifetime natural, so I've not messed with any steroids, SARMs, pro-hormones, nothing of that nature. And I have previously taken ecdysterone, laxagenin, you know, other muscle builders. This is my first time with Turkesterone, so let's get into it. So I'll be flashing up a video right about now. So the pictures on the left is me before I started Turkesterone at approximately 79 kilos. For those wondering, I'm 5'10" in height. And on the pictures on the right is literally the day after I took my last pill of the 30-day period. and that's me weighing 81 kilos. So we're looking at around 2 kilos in weight gain between the two photos. I've tried to keep the lighting, the camera positioning, the angles, the time of day, everything I possibly could as accurately as possible across the two photos, even so much as keeping my body hair a similar length. Like, that's how close I wanted to keep it for you guys. So obviously I'm trying to hit the poses as similarly as possible in the two. You guys can let me know what you think. You know, obviously, like I said, there's around 2 kilos weight gain on the right picture versus the left after a month of taking this turkesterone. You'll have to use your keen eye to work out where that's gone, because it's interesting, because when I looked at the photos, I almost thought that I looked a little bit leaner in the right hand side after the 1 month of taking it, but then I expected, because obviously I've gained 2 kilos, to look a little bit fluffier. I don't know, it might be a bit like splitting hairs, but you guys will have to let me know in the comments what you think of the two picture comparisons that I've flashed up for you there. But yeah, interesting nonetheless. So that's the numbers and the photos out the way for your perusal. So let's talk about how I actually felt on it. Well, first and foremost, no negatives, which is always a thumbs up, right? With these natural muscle builders, obviously, you remain natty, you're not going to lose your natty card, you're not messing with your hormones, it's not risky, none of that business, which is why a lot of people gravitate towards these types of things and why there's so much hype around them. And I do think it comes down to a couple of things as to why results can vary so much. Firstly, how you respond to it. Secondly, the company that you're using, you know, are they using a pure form? Is it bunk? You know, what dose are you taking? How long are you taking it for? Is your training and diet stayed the same? You know, there's so many variables that can go wrong, hence why I tried to stay so accurate with this review. So in terms of the benefits, and I feel like I say this in most muscle builder reviews, I am currently at my all-time leanest for my body weight that I've weighed, like the leanest I've looked at 81 kilos, and also the strongest I've been weighing that body weight, which is good, right? It's good, I'm not going to sniff at that. Am I going to say that I could have achieved that without turkesterone versus taking it? I don't know. Is it coincidental, or would I have been at that stage anyway because I'm very on the ball with my training and diet at the minute, which I mostly am, to be fair. Like I said, nothing's changed. So nothing has really stood out as like black and white, like I've been, oh my God, like I noticed massive differences since taking this. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. It's like a slow burn, like it's like gradually you're noticing little things, you know, you're recovering a bit faster, you're noticing you're a bit stronger, a bit more endurance, you're looking a bit fuller, a bit more vascular, little things that creep in. And obviously, yes, I'm not going to say no, some of it could be placebo, but you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, shit, this stuff, you know, it might be working. So I wouldn't say so much as my 1 rep maxes have gone up necessarily, it's more like my working set weight has gone up. So just to give you an example, prior to taking these, my working set on bench was 100 kilos for 8 to 12. I'm now doing 110 kilos for 8 to 12, and that's the truth. Shoulder press, for example, before these, I was doing the 45s for like 6 to 8, now I'm doing them 8 to 12. So it's things like that, like the endurance for me is the main standout thing, and the recovery actually. Like, I'm not necessarily feeling as sore, maybe for like the day after, and then I'm good to go again like the second day. So those are the two most noticeable factors for me in the 1 month I've been taking it. Now, I do have to address the elephant in the room. Like, if I had to put my money on it, do I think it's 95% pure? I don't think so. Like I said, we've got links within the supplement industry. We know people. Yeah, we would just put our money on it and say it's probably just 10% purity, or even, who knows, 5% purity. It's hard to tell, but apparently you can tell by the capsule, because the darker the ingredient, shall we say, the more pure it is, and the lighter it is, the less pure. And it's quite light looking, and other people have agreed with that. So yeah, I've just got to be honest, you know, I don't think it is 95% pure, no matter if they've got all the certificates and everything to back it. I put it this way, 20% purity of turkesterone apparently costs a bomb, like a bomb, to the point where no companies are even really bothering. You mostly see 5 or 10% purity on the market. So yeah, I've done my research, and that's my honest opinion on that side of things. But in terms of the actual results after 1 month, it's looking positive. Don't get me wrong, like I said, it's not night and day. I'm not going to say anything's drastically changed, but things are heading in a positive direction. All of the things I've mentioned to you, you know, I think my physique does look better than prior to me taking these, and hopefully the photos do show that. You guys will let me know, I'm sure. So yeah, that is part 1 of it. Take some of that with a pinch of salt. Like I said, it's early days yet. The part 2 of the review will come in about a month's time, and obviously another month of taking this at 1 gram a day. there should be more results to speak of, you know, potentially even more drastic results, because I do think these types of things even take a couple of weeks to even get moving before you see anything at all. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for now, guys. So can I recommend it at this stage? For the money, yes, based on the results I'm seeing. But am I going to say it's the best one on the market? I don't think so. And, you know, with that whole marketing strategy of them saying it's 95% pure, it does rub me the wrong way a little bit, especially if it's not true, which I don't think it is. You know, I'm holding my hands up here, I don't think it is, but that's just my opinion. Maybe it is, I don't know. But yeah, if you want it, link in description, you can use our discount code. But, you know, if you're a bit curious, a bit on the fence, wait for our second review, the part 2, in a month's time. But it's looking positive so far in terms of the real world benefits. Like I said, those claims are the only thing that's making me think, you know, just be a bit iffy about it, basically. But yeah, I don't think it's anything sketchy. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's bunk, and I don't think they've put psalms in it or anything sketch like that, because I would know by now, I'm sure. So I just think that perhaps it is just a normal purity, and they're trying to market it as being more than what it is. But anyway, that's enough on that. Stay tuned for the part 2. And that's all I've got to say for now, guys. But let us know your thoughts down below of this product and any other natural muscle builders you've used, whether it's Turkesterone or other ones. We want to know your results so other people can come along here and check it out and see if they want to pick up a natural muscle builder. As always, stay gaining.